Today I'm going to give you another sneak peek of a stamp set that's coming out in the new 2010 Occasions Mini Catalog. It's called With All My Heart, and I'm going to show you how to use the heat and stick powder with heat embossing to make glitter adhere to the entire image. So I'm going to start with a piece of very vanilla cardstock and my stamp from With All My Heart, and I'll ink it up in Versamark, which is a clear sticky ink. And then I'll get my heat and stick powder, which is basically a powdered glue, and sprinkle it over there. Make sure the image is well covered. I like to give it a little flick, and then I'm going to take my heat tool and I'm going to heat it. And you can see when the glue melts, it gets all shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but it melted. And now I'm going to take some of our glitter from the Fine Supernova collection. This is pink, and just want to make sure that image gets really well covered. There we go. Isn't that amazing? Really easy. Next, I'm going to take my 1 3/8 circle punch, and you always punch upside down, and punch that right out. And then I'll take a piece of chocolate chip cardstock and my scallop circle punch, and again turning it upside down to make sure the paper's all the way in there, and punch. Next, I'll take my snail adhesive, add a little snail to the back, and put that on the scallop. Next, I'm going to take a piece of very vanilla cardstock that's 2 inches by 5 1/4, and I'm going to take another stamp from the same stamp set, and I'm going to color it with my markers. And I'm going to use my Stamp-A-Majig to line it up exactly where I want it. So you can see I've already stamped on the Stamp-A-Majig, and I'll just line that up and place that right there. So that's where I want my stamp. And then I'm going to take my stamp and my markers, Pretty in Pink and Chocolate Chip, and when you color on markers, you want to use the side of the marker tip. Our markers have a thicker end and a thinner end, so I use the thicker end, and just color right on to the stamp with the side of the marker. And then when you do that, you want to huff on the stamp to re-moisten the ink, and then I'll put that right back in, and it stamps it exactly where I want it. Now I want to adhere this piece to this piece, and I want it to be 4 inches because it's a 1/4 inch smaller than my card, which is 4 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some adhesive on the back of this piece with my snail. Right on the edge. And then I'm going to place this piece right in the corner of my grid paper, and then I'll line this up at the 4, and that's the way you line that up perfectly. The adhesive was a little sticky. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to take my card base, which is just half of a piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock, and I'll put some snail on the back of this piece. And then I always like to lay my ribbon across the card and then leave it free so that I can scooch it around where I want it. My card is a little sticky on the back because I cut those pieces a little small, so do that. And then perfect knot right over left. left over right. And I'll scoot that up a little bit, and I'll trim it with my ribbon scissors. And then the last thing to do is to add this piece. I'll place a few dimensionals on there. Dig your nail into the paper backing so that they're easy to peel off. And then that just goes right there. There you have it. Heat and stick with the new products from the 2010 Occasions Mini Catalog. Thanks for watching. Bye.